Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Elijah here, man. And as you can tell from the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about the NFL scene in the UK and why it's so shit, man. I'm not even going to beat around the bush here. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. Over the past few decades, the NFL has made several attempts to expand its global presence. From hosting regular season games at Wembley and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, to establishing a UK fan base, and even launching NFL Europe. The NFL is working very hard to become more popular in Britain. The league has struggled to achieve mainstream success in the UK. One of the reasons why the NFL isn't popular in the UK is due to the lack of cultural disconnect. American football lacks deep cultural roots in the UK. It doesn't carry the generational tradition that British sports fans associate with football. That's why sports like basketball and baseball are not very popular in this country. Like I said in my basketball video, check it out if you haven't, yeah? Football is deeply ingrained in British culture. Football fans are probably some of the most passionate fans you will ever meet. Many of these football clubs have been founded by local workers and have been passed down through generations, innit? So you can see why there's such a deep loyalty. I think I speak for all British people when I say this, yeah, but American football just seems way too complex here. I'm not even going to lie. I remember when Netflix was hosting some NFL games during Christmas Day, and I just couldn't get behind it, broski. How can someone get tackled, yeah, and they just stop the game and go to commercial? American football to me is just way too slow. As soon as it's about to get good, they just stop the play altogether. And to the American people watching this video, yeah, British people just don't have that sort of patience, bro. I'm telling you now. When we look at rugby, for example, it's very, very intense and it has very few timeouts. Basketball, for example, yeah, even though there's a lot of ads here, it's just way more stimulating, innit? And I can get behind that, innit? But we also got to look at the UK sports calendar. All year round, the Premier League, rugby and cricket are getting a lot of attention, and boxing are getting attention. We had an amazing fight with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank. Honestly, G, that fight was amazing. Liverpool have just won the league. Arsenal have been knocked out the Champions League, and that's just beautiful. These big four sports command a lot of significant interest. As a result, a foreign sport with a completely different structure has little room for media and public awareness. If you gave Brits the option of watching the FA Cup or the Super Bowl, everyone is choosing the FA Cup final, bro. Like, the Super Bowl has zero aura over here. Like, we don't care. Even people who don't watch football would rather watch the FA Cup final than the Super Bowl. Yeah? And on top of that, yeah, NFL games are typically held on a Sunday, which often competes with a lot of Premier League matches. The difference in time zones might be the biggest reason why NFL isn't big in the UK. The NFL is primarily scheduled to suit UK audiences, with most games occurring in the afternoon or evening in the United States, which translates to evening or late night viewing in the UK, which makes it difficult for British fans to follow the sport live, especially on weekdays. And that's why I'm going to cry when the FIFA World Cup happens in America, G. Because, broski, what do you mean I'm going to have to wake up 3 a.m. to watch England play? Are you having a laugh, G? Like, you're actually violating the thing altogether, G. So the last thing that we are going to talk about in this video is NFL Europe. So between 1999 and 2007, the NFL ran an international league that included several teams in Europe. The goal was to convert millions of European fans to the NFL by building local teams filled with local talent. One of the reasons why NFL Europe failed was because of its weak local identity. NFL Europe teams, although based in European cities, often lacked strong local ties. Football teams have a long history and strong community ties. However, NFL Europe teams just felt temporary. Rosters were primarily filled with American players rather than local talent, making it harder for fans to feel a personal connection. While teams like Frankfurt Galaxy and Rhein Fire did develop decent followings in Germany, Spain, other franchises in places like Scotland and Spain never gained much traction. Despite being funded by the NFL, the league never turned a profit. Stadiums were often low in attendance, television deals were limited, and sponsorships were relatively weak, as running a professional league across international borders involves significant logistical costs, from team travel to marketing and operations. NFL Europe was reportedly losing 13 million annually, G. With little return on its investment, the NFL eventually decided to cut its losses. One of NFL Europe's goals was to serve as a developmental league for young NFL players. However, it never quite delivered on its promise. A few notable stars did emerge, like Kurt Warner.
Looked like he wasn't expecting the snap. But
before becoming a
field goal attempt to begin from there, and Warner slings it over the middle and wide open is Torrey.
Most fans felt that the quality of the product was a step below NFL's quality, which made it hard to build any sort of excitement around the sport. The NFL has now changed its strategy. Rather than trying to operate a full development, you get what I'm trying to say, developmental leagues opted for a more cost-effective and focused approach by bringing NFL games overseas. This strategy has proven to be more successful in building brand awareness without the heavy cost of running a foreign league. But anyway, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you so much, G. Honestly, G, I love you guys with all my heart. Forgive me for my consistency. I swear down, I move like an absent father. I only want to show up when I feel like it, G. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, yeah. And I'll catch you guys in the next